Hello, it's Lee here from the Infinite Actuary, here to tell you today about the new features we have rolling out in TIAStudy version 3.7. It's all about the notes. Now, previously in TIAStudy, you've been able to add notes to individual lessons, but now in TIAStudy 3.7, we'll be able to add notes to individual practice problems and add notes to individual flashcards if you'd like to do that as well. In addition, you can also now browse all of your notes in our new Notes tab. You can filter those notes by type, and you can actually export all of those notes to a markdown text file. So let's go over into TIAStudy and take a look at how this works. And here we are over in TIAStudy, and I'm starting in the Practice tab. Now, it doesn't matter what form we view our problems in, we can add notes in any situation. So let me just start with guided practice. In guided practice, we can't actually add a note to the problem until actually we've answered the problem. So let me go ahead and select C. I'll check my answer, and I see that I actually did get this one correct. Now that I've answered the question, I have the ability to go in and add a note about that using the notes icon at the lower left of the screen. So if I click on that note icon, my note window opens on the right-hand side, just as it does when we take notes in lessons, and I can add any of the same type of markdown features to my note that I could when I was adding notes for lessons. But probably the most important aspect of adding a note for a problem is that I can add my handwritten notes from where I tried to work this problem the last time. So in order to do that, I can click on this image icon here at the top of my editorial screen, browse to the image that I want to find, open that up, and we can see that we'll end up with a markdown URL link in our editorial window, but in our preview window, we can see the actual image showing our handwritten note. And the reason I think this is especially useful is so that if we miss a problem, we can remember exactly what we wrote down on that problem the next time we return to the problem and try to work it again. Now, once we've finished our note, we can close up the window and we can see that our note icon has changed into a yellow icon instead of a white icon. So let me go on and exit guided practice now and show you how to go into the Browse All Problems feature and add a note here. Once we're in Browse All Problems, the note icon has moved to the upper right corner of the problem, and now we don't have to answer the problem in order to take a note. We can open the notes window just from there. We can see that that actually does close our ability to browse all problems until such time as we close our note panel, and then our ability to browse the problems comes back. So that's how you add notes to practice problems in TIAStudy with 3.7. We can also add notes to our review flashcards. So we'll click over into the Review tab, and let's just go ahead and start with our review inbox cards. In order to add a note to a flashcard now, we'll use our three dots menu to get a drop-down that allows us to choose the Take Notes feature. As usual, that notes window is going to open on the right-hand side of the screen. We can add any kind of markdown that we could for our other types of notes. We can continue to add images and links as well. And when we're finished, we'll close our note panel and return back to our inbox view. Once we're finished with our inbox, let's go over to Browse All Cards. And in our Browse All Cards window, the notes icon appears in the upper right, just as it does in our view of the Browse All Problems window. And you can see that in this case, I've already added a note to this problem. Remember to divide by I because immediate starts with I, and that'll be a good way to help us to remember this formula for an increasing annuity immediate. Once I close my notes panel, then I'm able to browse all of my flashcards once again. So that's how you add notes to flashcards. Now finally, let's take a look at our new Notes tab. In the Notes tab, we actually are looking at all of the notes from all of the lessons, which we can see this is a lesson because of the play icon, all the practice problems because of the practice icon, and all of the review or flashcard notes because of the review icon. We can also filter those if we'd like to only see, for example, those notes that have come from practice problems, those are here, or we can reset our filter to get back to everything. We also have the ability to download all of our notes into a single text file that does maintain all of our markdown formatting that we have from our note editing windows. And we can download all, or we can download selected lessons by setting a filter first. Let's just go ahead and download all. We can see that we get a text file, and once we've downloaded that file, we can open it up in any kind of text editor and take a look at all of our notes in one place. And there we have it, our new notes features for TIAStudy 3.7. I think you're really going to enjoy using those, maybe especially for those of you that have practice problems in your courses, the ability to put your handwritten solutions directly right there into TIAStudy to record for next time. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching.